How you doing, Mr. DJ? Back on the countdown. It is Monday morning, so let's get rebooted, get started, and I'll cut this video talking about the Chainsmokers at number 11 on my fancy playlist, down from number 7. Fancy playlist, April 3rd, 2016, 3 years ago. The Chainsmokers with Roses. That Roses. Now, here's one thing about this record. It's got a fantastic hook. I mean, that's a grab bag hook, man. That when she goes that it sort of slows down and she goes into that. The singer of the song goes into that little riff and that vocal riff, that and it's just one of the catchiest aspects of this record. It's like I said before, the small things can make a record from good to great. Chainsmokers. Chainsmokers, two guys, two DJs, Alexander Paul and Andrew Taggart. They've enjoyed considerable commercial success. Now, see, here's the thing. You got people like Tiesto and Fiji. They produce some fantastic dance music. Martin Garrix produce some fantastic dance music, but they don't cross on the unfortunately, they don't cross over on the pop charts. Uh, but the Chainsmokers, they got dance. They've been popping on the dance charts right and left. And I've seen a couple of Billboard charts where at times they would have about 3 or 4 songs on the dance charts. And I always go back to their first record though, Selfie. It's just, I love the originality of the record. Got a great beat to it too as well. Selfie. That was back in 2012. The first live performance of the Chainsmokers, the duo. They opened for the Time Flies back in 2012 or 2013. It was at a place, a nightclub in New York City. Could hold about 3,000 people, called Terminal 5. Yes, Terminal 5. The Time Flies, they had a great record out. Had it on my fancy playlist called Once in a While. Had that great pop flavor to it, that hip hop edginess to it, The Time Flies. But they opened for them. Just found out about that. The woman who's singing on this record, man, she is something else. Immersed in music. Her parents were musicians. Her name is Rozes, but her real name is Elizabeth Mencel, Mencel. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Roses, that's her stage name. And she co-wrote this record, Roses, with Taggart, by the way. When she was in high school, she was in jazz classes, a theater class. She joined a theater group and did some chamber singing. She got a lot of support from a band leader, a band teacher. His name was Mr. New, Neu, when she was in high school. But when she got into the 10th grade, she thought that music was just a little bit too easy for her. She excelled so much at it. She taught herself how to play the clarinet, a challenging instrument, and lo and behold, before she knew it, she learned how to play the guitar, the saxophone, the flute, the trumpet. Learned how to play the piano when she was 6 years old. Roses signed a deal in 2017 with Photo Finish Records, and an indie record. They got some hip hop acts on it. Photo Finish Records, one of their biggest acts was 303. Remember 303 when they did that song Don't Trust Me? And they had some others after that too. And that was back in 2009. But she signed that deal in 2017. This was after this record was a hit. And that's talking about the girl, the woman who's singing on this record, Roses, or AKA Elizabeth Mencel. Well, this record, Roses, the hook is just killer. When Roses, when she dives into that vocal part, that that's got a great bridge. It's just, it's part of the hook. It's one of these little things, these little ornaments that help make a song go from good to great. That goes from, say, well, this is an okay record, to, oh man, listen to that. Man, this is just effing killer. Well, top 10. Song went top 10 here in the States, went to number 6 here in the States, number 16 in the UK, but top 10 in countries as far flung as Australia, Lebanon, Slovakia, Canada, and it's at number 11 on my fancy playlist of April 3rd, 2016. Roses by the Chainsmokers.